Hello, this will be another weather briefing for this evening. I just want to go over these numbers that the Weather Service is putting out, which I think are a little on the high side. Because we're going to go over this. They just updated their forecast now to say that we're going to get over a foot of snow, which I honestly find hard to believe, given the sun angle, given a number of issues, and especially when I've looked at the models. So let's go ahead and look at those models right now. We'll start with the NAM model, and this NAM model actually, because the NAM has been performing. Generally, the models that seem to handle these storms the best is the NAM, and the RGEM and the HDWPS, what the heck that is. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm really tired from everything going on, and now we got another freaking storm to deal with. Alright, so this is the 18Z NAM, and you can see here we are Wednesday. The precipitation doesn't really arrive until late morning, alright, and you can see it's rain over the storm track. It seems to bring in a little more warm air, so it could be that Ocean County gets spared for a little bit at least, and then it brings in heavy snow over Long Island for the middle of the day. And then it has it mixing with rain a little bit in Suffolk County, and maybe even over Nassau. It brings in the rain mixing a little bit in. But this is a very slow-moving storm. Actually, take a look. Yeah, so this is the storm actually forming. It's very, very slow-moving, and that's what's going to do the damage. And I think as we go into Wednesday evening, and once the sun goes down, the temperatures will drop enough, and then that snow is going to stick, and you can see it's got heavy snow over us for quite a number of hours. So let's see what the NAM is putting out as far as snowfall goes. All right, I still have my forecast that I think I'm going to stick to right now that you saw earlier. I'll put it up again. Let's see what the total snowfall on the NAM is. So yeah, the NAM still gives us a lot. I guess the Weather Service is going with the NAM numbers, but the thing is that's total snowfall. But if we look at the snow growth, oh shoot, I apologize. I'm tired. I really am. If we look at the snow growth depth change, and we look at that doesn't give us a foot. So, and I'd rather go with this snow depth change. All right. Now it's tracking a little further to the inland, a little further to the west, according to the NAM, and that seems to be the trend, is that it's tracking more to the west, and maybe Ocean County gets spared again. That's ridiculous. I'm getting tired of this. I really am. And the island, I still think over a foot for the island is a little much, a little on the high side considering. But it's definitely going to be up there. There could be close to a foot, but over a foot, I don't think so. Let's go ahead and look at the RGEM. And we'll back it up here, RGEM. Let's take a look at how our storm tracks on the RGEM, because that was the model I felt handled the storm the best. And it handled this the best because we got into some precipitation, and it was sleet. It wasn't snow. We had sleet this evening. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen again tomorrow. You can see we have sleet and rain over Long Island that winds up changing to snow. And that's what I think is going to happen as the day wears on, especially as we head toward the evening. And that is the heavy snow that is being predicted. That is some really, really heavy snow. Absolutely ridiculous. We're going to see some of the heaviest snow that we've seen in a while. This is going to be bad, according to that. So the question is, we probably don't see much accumulation until the afternoon, and then I think once we get into this time point, especially once the sun goes down at 7, 8 o'clock, things are going to get pretty hairy around here, and then it slowly moves away. So that's the RGEM. Let's see what the RGEM gives us as far as total snowfall goes. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely insane. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, look at that. It actually has an 18, a 14, an 18, a 15. It really gives us a lot. So this is why the Weather Service, I'm just trying to explain to you why the Weather Service is. I was wondering, why is the Weather Service coming up with these high numbers? Well, when you look at these computer models, that's why. That's why. So I'm not going to make another forecast. You know, I think that it's still a little overdone. It's hard to believe that this can happen at this time of the year. You know, but we have a, let's take a look at the HD RPS model and see. This is probably going to be a similar with the snowfall. Yeah, similar snowfall amounts. So if we do wind up getting this amount of snow, and it's that heavy, wet snow, there could be a serious problem with power outages on Long Island that's been worse than any other storm that we've had to deal with, and lots of damage, like what they had in Jersey in the Hudson Valley a week or two ago. Let's take a look at the storm track here on this one. Let's go back. So, yeah. You can see, look at that heavy snow. The heavy snow band looks like it wants to set up in the afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. And tomorrow, it's the first day of spring, too, by the way. That's the kind of cruel irony, you know. So, yeah, it seems like they're all developing this heavy band, and that's what I think could happen. The question is, and it's so hard to determine, is it going to accumulate? Because the temperatures, let's look at the temperatures here. You know, all right, it does bring the temperature down quite a bit, actually. So that's probably why. Yeah. So, yeah, it will accumulate once we get to the afternoon. That's the question. This is very hard to, you know, if you really want to measure this thing properly, you have to get a snowboard and you have to do all that stuff. So, that's, you know, pretty much it for this. We're going to do just take a look at a couple other things. Oh, yeah, the GFS. You want to look at the GFS for laughs? We'll look at the GFS for laughs. Let's go ahead and look at that. Because I got to go over every single model and what they're doing, but it seems like they were all pointing toward this catastrophic snowfall over our area. So, yeah, even the GFS is doing it too. They have up there as well, catastrophic snowfall. So, it does seem like there's a catastrophic snowfall likely for our area. So, I'll keep you updated. This could be one of the most damaging snowstorms we have ever seen. If this all verifies, what can I tell you? Just pray for our area. This weather is insane. So let's get back to why this has happened. A contributing factor, I think, to these constant storms, and I think that what it is this is the sea surface temperature anomaly map. Well, we have the air temperatures. We have this cold air place, and we have these very warm water temperatures, and we have this energy that's going over the area, and this is what's warming these storms. And you know, because of hear me out, I don't want to make this a whole spiel about climate change, but folks, this is how climate change is giving us these storms, and it's very unusual. Now, we've had snowstorms, and I remember some pretty big ones in March. It's true, but to have so many in such a short period of time is absolutely ridiculous. So this is what's contributing to this the storminess that we have over our area, and this is how the warmer than normal ocean temperatures give these storms the energy. So it's sort of like a tropical system in a way, not completely, but this is a very bad situation, and it keeps getting worse with each model run. So I'll do another video later tonight when the next model runs come in at 0Z, but this is a situation that originally I thought, oh, it can't be that. Come on, we're this first day of spring. This is insane. It really is. But I expect, as far as the impacts go, we'll get into that. All right, so I want to go into how this is going to affect transportation. And the Long Island Railroad has put up things that their service that could be suspended, and let me tell you, there's a good bet that the service is going to be suspended tomorrow. We recommend that customers defer non-essential travel. I am going to urge all of you to try to stay home tomorrow. All right, as long as the storm is as bad as they say it's going to be, you really shouldn't go into the city and commute. You shouldn't travel too far, because there's a good chance things could get impassable. Not to mention power outages. Now, I'm pretty sure that Suffolk County Transit probably will also not run tomorrow, I would imagine. Yes, they finally decided to do that because it wouldn't be good with the systems. And nice buzz so far. Let's see what they have to say. We're bracing up to 12 inches of snow. So, yeah, very good chance that the bus service probably will be suspended too. This storm is looking worse for the model runs. Like I said, let's go back to those snow totals, and I'll wrap up this update for you. Okay, so this is the Weather Services forecast, and I have to say, yeah, I have to, after seeing the models, I could see why they adjusted these totals upward. I'm not going to even attempt to try to forecast, do this. I still think that I mean, it's very hard because you're dealing with these temperatures that are borderline. You're dealing with possible mixing. You're dealing with the higher March sun angle, so it makes it harder for the snow to accumulate during the day. But if it comes down heavy enough, and it looks like there's going to be a period of very heavy snow in the late afternoon and early evening, with thunder snow possible. Hopefully, I can finally show you what thunder snow looks like. But I really think that there could be some significant issues with this. So that is the map. I'm not even going to make my own. That's what I think is going to happen. Unfortunately, this is going to be a very significant snow event for us. And let's go ahead now and look at the Philadelphia one. Okay, this is the Philadelphia one, and you can see here, I still think the highest amounts will be Philadelphia, New Brunswick. Somebody could see almost 2 feet of snow out of this, and this is the heavy, wet snow. It's going to cause a lot of damage, unfortunately. It's one thing if we were talking about dry, powdery snow, but it's going to be that wet crap that you get in March, and because of the air mass, temperature is borderline. That is what is... as it is. So again, I would avoid. Again, this is the Philadelphia one here. For New Jersey, whether you're in New York City, New Jersey, Long Island, the Hudson Valley, this is going to be a bad storm, and I would urge you to stay home tomorrow. All right. I won't be going out far. I'll show you in my area what the snow looks like, but I'm not going to even try to attempt to get on the train or anything because there's a good chance that it's going to get shut down. And it's going to be a pretty significant storm, definitely one for the record books, and perhaps I think we may wind up having the snowiest March ever. So this is what I mean. These storms get their energy from that warm ocean water, and so this is something we've had winters now that have had above average snowfall for year after year after year, and that's because of climate change, because these storms are getting the energy from the warm water. Even if the temperatures for the winter are above average, the snowfall can still be above average because of these nor'easters getting the energy from the warm water. Not going to get into it too much. I'm just letting you know this is going to be a bad one, and wish you all luck dealing with it, and I'll have another update later.